Come with me, and you will see the wonders of the Almighty.
Welcome to Ike Motivation Media, and today I'll be counting down the top 10 things you missed in Season 1 of the Church Office. For this list, I'll be going through all the Easter eggs, hidden messages and references you may have missed during Season 1. For all those who have yet to watch Season 1 of the Church Office, here is your spoiler warning now. Number 10.
Prophet Emmanuel margin.
Now, if you watch Season 1, you'll notice that the prophet is called Prophet Emmanuel Margin. Now, if you take out the Emmanuel, his name is Prophet Margin, as in profit margin, as in he's all about money. Now, that was a reference to the prophets that used the church to get their money up. Number 9. Until Aguero comes back. Now, in Season 1, during Winston's interview in Episode 1, he says,
"It can be challenging, but we try to keep Jesus at the center."
And Femi responds with, "Until Aguero comes back." Now, that's a reference to Manchester City strikers Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero. Now, Gabriel Jesus plays in the center when Aguero is injured, but when Aguero returns from injury, he goes to the bench. Number 8. What happened to the Lord's servant? In Episode 2, the prophet refers to himself when we first meet him as
The Lord's servant is always ready.
But later on, after he feels he's cracked the case, he then refers to himself as
The Lord's anointed must go and soak in his presence.
So that was to show that he came on a humble tip, but now he feels he's shown what he can do. He's now elevated himself to the Lord's anointed. Number 7. How did the prophet know? How did Prophet Margin know all that information about the interviewer? So in Episode 2, when he says,
Your name is Efia Mensah, 29 years of age, born in Ghana, raised in London, 3 siblings, 1 brother, 2 sisters, both parents still alive, living in London, relationship status, Lord, when?
How did you know that?
He knew that from her LinkedIn. So if you remember the phone call she got earlier, it was from her boss telling her that
On my LinkedIn, it says I've been there for 6 years, but it's actually been 4.
Now when the prophet tells her that
I feel in my spirit that after 6 long years at the same company, the Lord wants to promote you.
Really?
if he really received a revelation from God, he would have known that it was 4 years that she had been at the company and not 6 years. Number 6. What does Psalm 82:6 say? In the finale, when Winston and Femi are having their back and forth, Winston asks Femi, "Are you God?" And Barbara cuts in with,
Psalms 82 verse 6.
If you check in the Bible, Psalm 82 verse 6 says, "Ye are gods." So that was Barbara saying, yes, Femi is God. Number 5. Was it really Prophet Elijah? In episode 3, when Winston and Femi are arguing about the prophet, Femi says,
You've forgotten what happened to the children that insulted Prophet Elijah.
Now Femi was making a reference to a part in the Bible when the prophet was mocked by some children and some bears came and ate them. But the prophet wasn't Prophet Elijah, it was Prophet Elisha. We left that in there to see if people would look up in the Bible and notice that it wasn't Prophet Elijah, but Prophet Elisha. And that's why when Femi says it, Winston quickly glances at the camera as to say, what the heck? Number 4. How the tables have turned. In the first episode, when Winston and Fems are arguing about the use of the song Reckless Love, Femi says,
Well, King David danced until he was naked. Some would say that's reckless.
But is King David God?
He was a man after God's own heart. So if he can be reckless, why can't we?
In the final episode, Winston uses the same argument about King David when he says,
King David was questioned by Nathan. If he can be questioned, why can't you?
Is King David God?
So that was a callback to show how sometimes we use the Bible to support our argument. We might reject a particular argument from the Bible today, but use it tomorrow if we feel it supports our cause. Number 3. More money, more problems. In the finale, when Femi says,
Is it a sin to put my rollie in the sky, wave it side to side? I didn't give anybody's girl the eye. By God's grace, I'm flossing. Fem's on the cover of...
That's a reference to the B.I.G. verse in More Money, More Problems, when Biggie says, I put that in there because the actor that plays Fems, that's his favourite Biggie verse. Number 2, not bound by legalities. In the first episode, when Barbara is being interviewed by the interviewer, she says,
Yes, Daddy's very forward thinking. He's not bound by earthly traditions or legalities.
That was the first clue to let you know that Barbara is trying to give away information, because there was no reason for her to say that, but she was trying to let the interviewer know that something isn't quite right in this organization. Number 1, who would want to destroy Femi? In the finale, when Femi says,
Who would want to destroy me?
if you watch, you'll notice that the camera is zooming out of Barbara's face, and then when he says that question, the zoom stops on Barbara. That was a hint to let you know that the person that wants to destroy Femi is Barbara. Did you catch all those Easter eggs, references and hidden messages? Put in the comments and let me know which ones you caught and which ones you missed. Like, share and subscribe, and help us make season 2 a reality by donating to our GoFundMe, link in the description below. Thanks for watching, have a great day.